Hello and welcome back to the Tiny Artist TV live streams for the Color Palette Challenge for the month of November. So for all of November, I'm going to be doing daily live streams. I did miss yesterday, so today, as you can see here in my little sketch here, I have two drawings to do today. So I will be taking a break in between, but I will be getting both of those done. I have gone ahead and done the sketch ahead of time because I knew this was going to be a long one. So to speed up the process, I went ahead and did the sketch off stream. And we have the color palettes for today. The one on the right, the one on the left, starting off strong here. The one on the left is Corfish, and that is the one from Tuesday, and the one for today is Briar Rose, this sort of washed out floral selection here. So the way I'm going to be handling this, I think, yes, I'm going to go ahead and cut this sketch and put her on her own layer. And we're just going to focus, I missed a little bit there, but that's fine. Focus on this anime fighter character to start with. This is just going to be good old-fashioned lines, base colors, and cell shading on top. I suppose I could talk about my motivation for picking these particular types of character design. At first, my idea was that these were kind of going to be like a pair of characters, like two sides of the same coin, because looking at the colors, the color palettes side by side, they were almost opposite of each other as far as where the colors would fall over here in the color wheel. So my idea was to kind of do similar outfitting, and then wherever I put one particular color, I would do the opposite color. I think I'm still going to do that, but as far as these two characters being like strictly related to each other, as far as like setting or profession or anything like that, I think it's a little, I've separated them a little bit more than my initial idea. And so now I can still see them occupying the same world overall, but I don't think they would as intentionally cross paths as I had initially envisioned, and that's fine. The main difference is that, well, of course, one's a male, one's a female, but they are two separate classes of character. So this is sort of a fighter class, if we're going with D&D language, a fighter class character, and the other one is a caster. So with that, I was thinking maybe one was sort of like a military court caster, and the other one's kind of like a rogue or mercenary, like for hire type personality. But now I think I just like them as, you know, as they are. And I'm just realizing that this looks like Yu-Gi-Oh's gloves. Oh. I had someone recently ask me where my inspiration comes from, because we were watching anime, and it's like, yeah, is this something that inspires you? And it's like, well, To an extent. I guess it goes a little deeper than I thought. And I guess this is also like, I'm sort of going for more of like a Genshin Impact. I don't even play Genshin. I'm scared to start it because I know it's something that I'm probably like, if I picked it up, I would get into it for maybe a couple of months and then just completely ignore it and feel like I wasted that time. It happens all the time with gacha games that I have downloaded in the past, but I do like the designs. Some of them are a little unnecessarily intricate, but they make for good cosplays and good character designs overall, and like design studies, like how to make an intricate character without going overboard. And I think a lot of that comes down to all of the little details that they put in, as in like, you know, just little things. Because if you're going to be doing a character that's intricate, you don't want a bunch of like big accessories, because that's going to crowd the design. To do a blending of, oops, let's see. Let's do this so I'm not craning my neck. I'm really bad about zooming in and turning things. Instead, I'll just like get way too close or crane my neck in a really uncomfortable position. But that's why the tools are there, to alleviate stress and reduce the risk of injury. One of these days I'll learn. Alright, I'm gonna stop messing around and get started on the color. I got to set this to reference. So I'm gonna start with where I know what I want to do, which is the hair being red on top and blue on the bottom. And then there's gonna be some like little blue wispies interspersed in that. Yeah, just like that. And then I'll make the shirt this tan color. What? Where's the gap? Oh, there's a huge gap right here. What color do I want to make his eyes? I think maybe I want those to be yellow. Because if I do them red, that's going to be a lot of red in this area. I know I want to make this blue. So I will make the glove tan as well. Well, that leaves the pants. I don't want to make the pants white, because I want to save the white for like the swords and the highlights and everything. Well, I'm usually better about realizing that I don't have certain colors and then editing out elements that would have been that color, exchanging it for like, okay, well, I don't have this, so I can do this instead and it'll have the same effect. Not so much here. I was just kind of going with rule of cool if you'll have it. Shoot. What color am I going to make the pants? I guess I have to make this red and have the accents gold. But then I almost want to change the color of this. Should I just go ahead and make it a darker tan? What am I gonna do with these colors? At the very least, the sword can also be white. Hello. No, no, no. Yeah, that skin tone with the yellow eyes, that works. But the outfit... I'm just gonna go back to making the shirt tan because that's what worked the best. But these pants, man. Should I just take this and push it into a navy? Because that's what I want to do. Huh. I mean, in theory, this should be really easy for me to color because it's primary colors. But that's what's also making it look really juvenile. Because that red, yellow, and blue are so, like, just in your face. Having them next to each other, it's too punchy. Okay, that works. We're getting somewhere. It did not, in fact, work, and we were going nowhere. If that's the case, what happens if I make his pants yellow?
Baby girl, what is you doing? Put the brush down. Step away. Step away.
You don't know until you know.
And you clearly still don't know.
I am hyper aware that this stream in particular is not as entertaining as some of my others, and that's making me very nervous. I shouldn't be nervous because there's only one person watching right now and I know exactly who it is, and I know he doesn't care about my struggles in a way that's going to deter him from consuming this stream. However, I'm not intentionally making this gross to watch. I am trying my best to figure out what the heck to do with these colors, and it is just struggle city over here. I can do a little bit of this. Yeah, there we go. I just needed something to break it up. Because the other character, she's kind of wearing their skinny pants, but she's got some like swirly designs on them, so I can just do that to kind of connect these two characters.
There can be miracles when you believe.
Alright. Now I just have to clean this up. I think it would be smartest if I maybe just sort of clean as I go, putting details in. Alright, this hair, I'm gonna do some wispies. Yeah, this looks much better than if I just did a multiply layer. I mean, I guess I could do... So an easy trick is to do a pink for the skin and a blue or a gray for any sort of like clothing or inorganic materials. Because the way it ends up blending with the colors is that with the pink, it gives the flesh a more fleshy look, and then with anything else, it just kind of has that traditional wherever your light source is, that sort of shading. And so for the longest time, that is the only way I would do cell shading before I got brave and moved into actually doing my shading with like colors. And then I started experimenting with other ways that I could easily do the shadows. More specifically, when I was working on my webcomic and needed to be able to produce a lot of art really fast, I found the fastest way to do that and still have it look good was to duplicate the color layer, set that to multiply, and then set that to a warm tone or a cool tone depending on the environment around the characters, and just erasing out the highlights and shadows from that layer. Happens if I merge these. Okay, it's clean. It's clean. Sometimes if you merge layers that have different things going on, it gets a little messy. Okay, so this is all in the line art now. What is this? Is this anything? This is nothing. So I'm going to use this layer to do my effect. It's going to be this. I'm gonna use this color. I'll probably end up duplicating it. I'm gonna use the Sino pen set to 30, should be good. Let's do, yeah, let's see. Now this is gonna need a little help, a little bit of glow. And I can just cut back in, make that a little more jagged. I'm at 1 hour and 30. Well. So then the last thing I can do is add the highlights from the lightning. How do I want to do that? So this is going to be... I was thinking that was going to be too bright, but I don't know. Maybe should I just go ahead and make this transparent? That makes more sense with the lighting. And you can tell it's blue. So then there's going to be a little bit of highlight under here. I'm satisfied with this. I think I'm finished. Well, so that ends the first part of today's stream. The VODs will also be in part 1 and part 2, so both characters will have their own recap. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. If I can get the hotkeys to cooperate, that would be fantastic. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a weird day.